Peace and blessings, beautiful people. Ade here, life coach Ade, the transformational artist, your beingness artist. What else? The soul whisperer, the metaphysical rebel. There's more. Wisdom warrior. Okay. You got it. How are you doing today? I am feeling good. And I just wanted to share this. I'm going to keep this short. So I was talking to a friend about maybe an hour. No, actually, no, it was over now. Maybe about 2 hours ago, 2.5 hours ago. We had a conversation, and when I was replying to her, we were actually using an app called Voxer. Not very common, but anyway, it's called Voxer. So we're sending message back and forth, and there was a point where I was responding to something she said. I was just like, you know, if you listen to my show, radio show, or you see me on Facebook or on Instagram, you know how I get. Someone called me a hilarious mess yesterday. I was like, ooh, I like that hilarious mess. Yes, I am a mess. And the more I embrace the messiness, the more I catch the message. So I can be the messenger of truth. You can't be a messenger of love, of truth, of understanding, of compassion if you're not willing to embrace your messiness. So, yeah, bring all the mess, life. I can handle it. That's right. So, anyway, in my messiness, I was just really channeling as I do. And when I shared with her what I was saying, she came back. She said, "Oh, you got to do a show on that." I'm like, "Well, I have to go listen back to what I said because I don't remember. I mean, I remembered some things, but not the whole thing." And then after that, I had to jump in a class with Rev D, Reverend Deborah L. Johnson, and so I was buzzing before the class. This means buzzing. If you don't know, like, what is he doing? I was buzzing before the class. I was buzzing some more. And now I want to buzz all over you. So if you like what if you like what I'm saying, then you just start buzzing as well. If you don't like, just tell me to buzz off. I'm gonna do that anyway. So anyway, without going into detail of the conversation that I shared with my friend, but she was telling me about things that she's navigating and dancing with her relationship and who she's being vulnerable and open and transparent and just being naked. And I remember listening to her message and I was just moved and touched because particularly romantic relationship, that's the call. That's what we've been asked to do, to be. Are you willing to be naked? It's not always easy, but are you willing to be naked? I don't know. But if you're saying that, are you willing to be naked, to be vulnerable, to be seen, even without even knowing if your beloved, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, whatever, your boo, your side chick, whatever you want to call it, the dude on the side, without even knowing how they're going to receive it. Are you willing to bring all yourself? And I know that life is consciousness, right? And if you're that kind of person who's willing to do that, willing to be willing, you're definitely surrounded by people who are willing to be willing or willing to do that too. So if you're in a romantic relationship, you have a special opportunity to transform what's going on in the world by just showing up. So as my friend was talking about, her what she's moving through and dancing with in her relationship, she then segued into talking about how she's looking forward to my book coming out. Actually, there's books. One is going to be self-published, which I uploaded yesterday, almost there. And then one I'm going to have published by a major publisher. So she was saying how much she's just looking forward to, well, she said the book. And she said, because there's a lot of lies being sold as truth. And then she said, well, I don't even want to say it like that. But anyway, when I responded to her, I was affirming who she's been in her relationship and what it means to me and how it lights me up. And just hearing it's like being, romantic relationship. If your intention is a spiritual partnership, it's a whole different ball game. You got to face your own judgment about the opposite sex or the same sex. You got to face your own projections and illusions, and you're bringing all of it to the table. You're not hiding it. So anyway, I was sharing with her, and I told her how just grateful I am for her. And as I kept talking, and I was going to talk about some the things that she said about there's a lot of lies being sold the truth. And then I thought, psh, F that. Because I want this to be available to most people. F that, but you know what I mean. All right, if you don't like strong word, I need to get it out. Fuck that. I said, this is what we're called to do. Those of us who understand the power of love or learning the power of love or want to know the power of love. If we are willing to be naked, to be honest, to be transparent, to share our insecurities with the ones we love, even if it's not a romantic partner, but somebody that loves you, that's all that's needed. You don't have to work in love. Just be willing to show up. And trustfully, you have somebody who can hold that space. And when you do that, love will find the way, because you have now confronted your fears, your doubts, your worries, your shadow, your judgment, and you just brought it to the light. And when you do that, love is, there's an opening. There's an opening. So if you're concerned about what's going on in the world, and you're constantly talking about it, and you have your way of describing, I don't know what's going on with the children. I don't know what's going on with the politicians. I don't know what's going on with the royal family. I don't know. Yeah, they killed that man. All that stuff. It's fine to talk about that. But remember, pain pushes until vision pulls. What is your vision? If your vision is to be the answered prayer, let love come through you by being open, transparent, and naked, willing to do the work. Your love will burn up the bullshit. The bullshit will turn to dust. So, like some people, quite a bit, they like to send video. Let's make this go viral. Let's make this go viral. It's funny. Most of them don't even interact with me. Other than that, they send me an inbox. I'm like, I can just tell I don't even open it, right? I don't open it. Why? Because when you put your attention on the bullshit that you don't want to see any more of, then you say, let's make it viral. Guess what you're doing? You're making it bigger and expansive, and more of it's happening. Somebody else will see and be inspired by it. Even though for you think nobody should be inspired by that. Your focus is your point of creation. When you focus on it, you create more of it. Let love find a way through you, and the fire of love will burn up the bullshit. And when it burns up the bullshit will turn to dust, and you can experience a shift. We're living in interesting times. But whatever you believe about love, whatever you believe about God, whatever you believe about possibility, use it. Be the one. Be the channel. I'm telling you, I'm buzzing. This is not woo. This is real stuff. If you apply it, if you think it's woo when you apply it, you might find yourself going, oh shit, I thought this was just play. It's not. Because you have to shift how you're looking at the world. How you look at the world determines what you're going to see. Your interpretation matters. So my interpretation right now, I'm going to keep on loving. Oh yeah, one of my nicknames is Love Spreader. So I'm just going to spread love all over you. I love you. I bless you. I appreciate you. And I thank God for you. Peace and peace and blessings. Let's go make some love. You ready? Let's go.